Am I the jerk here? My mother-in-law has always been a lot to deal with. The day before our wedding, she sobbed, claiming I wasn't warm and fuzzy enough for her. We had a simple wedding, and yet she dressed up like she was having an audience with the queen. Her dress was fancier than my own wedding dress. We live across the country because of my husband's job, and for years she complained that he abandoned her when he moved out. I have tried to be welcoming and agreeable towards her. The tension between us definitely increased when his parents decided to move to be closer to us and bought a house a mere 15 minutes away from us. My son is the center of his grandmother's world. He has some health issues, and she has been incredibly helpful to us since the move. She takes him to doctor's appointments, helps out when he gets sick, watches the house, and feeds the cats when he's in the hospital. He is immunocompromised, and this comes with a lot of added health issues. My mother-in-law has HSV. This is known as herpes simplex virus, commonly presenting as fever blisters or cold sores. We have had at least a dozen talks with her that she is not to have her mouth anywhere near my son. No kissing, sharing utensils, using the same towels or face cloths, etc. She has broken this rule multiple times. Each time, we have another chat about how important it is to abide by our rules. Last week, she came over with an open cold sore and gave him a raspberry on his cheek. I immediately asked her to stop. Sure enough, 2 days later, he woke up crying and inconsolable, complaining of lip pain. Another 2 days later, and it was confirmed with a test done by his specialist. I know it's common, and that over 50% of the population has it. He could have gotten it later in life from a friend, or at school, etc. But he got it in a way that was completely avoidable. And for those that are immunocompromised, the sores are much worse, more painful, and can cause severe health complications. My husband and I told my Emil in a rational and calm way that what happened was bad, and that we needed some space. The next day, she showed up to our house, unannounced, and let herself in while my husband was working from home. She demanded to speak to him even though he was in a meeting. She refused to take any responsibility, saying it couldn't possibly be from her, since she only kissed him on the forehead. I witnessed the whole thing, and it wasn't at forehead, it was on the cheek. And we had a rule: no mouth on his skin anywhere. Full stop. My husband calmly asked her to leave. He was working, and we weren't ready to speak to her yet. I am worried for my son. This is just another medical issue to add to his plate. More tests are necessary to monitor his organs for the rest of his life. He will need go deal with outbreaks forever. Am I the bad person for wanting to cut ties with her completely? I just want to focus on my family. She has been helpful, but his does not excuse her behavior. She put my son's health in jeopardy, and I am tired of her passive-aggressive behavior. We spoke to her about this so many times, and she chose to act selfishly. So many times. My husband has received several texts from her asking to see her grandchild. Her attitude is, "Poor me, let me see my grandchild." My father-in-law showed up last month, yelling at my husband, and told him he didn't understand what this was doing to his own mother. He even went so far as to say, "I don't know why we moved here." He even hinted that it was my fault. My husband asked him to leave, and my father-in-law stormed off. Today, my mother-in-law showed up unannounced and tried to get into our house. Thankfully, we changed the locks. My husband texted her that he was working and that we needed space. She told him how disappointed she was in him and didn't know who he was anymore. She then tried to call him 6 or 7 more times and waited outside our house for an hour before finally leaving. Through all of this, my son has never once asked about his grandparents. We are the ones struggling, but he hasn't noticed at all. I am emotionally exhausted and feel so guilty. What do you think about this?